what Spiideo has allowed us to do is just completely focus on training the players in the best area of the field without having to worry about putting it somewhere that the camera can capture both. I am Scott Parkinson and I am the assistant coach at Olelring. We are in beautiful, rainy Seattle, Washington at the Starfire training facility, which is the home of Seattle Reign and Seattle Sounders. Spiideo has definitely allowed us to see all of the players during every moment of the game, which is not really common in some video and some recording platforms. And they tend to zoom in a little bit too much and maybe focus on the ball. And I think as coaches, we're always looking away from the ball, what's happening with the people who aren't directly affected by the ball in the game. So I think the biggest and best feature is their ability to see all 22 players at the same time during any moment of the game. In matchways, being able to watch the game back with like a 60-second delay down at the bench, figuring out what's working for us and what isn't working for us. And then I think for the portable camera in training, being able to have someone live code that for us and the players. So as soon as we get back in the office, it's there ready for us to take a look at, to discuss as a staff, or to maybe pull some players in to talk about some moments that happened in training. So I think it's been most beneficial in them two areas.
Spiideo being cloud-based and being available wherever we are, it helps us a lot because we can have access to it wherever we can. We have a fixed camera in our stadium at Lumen, and that helps us just use the footage wherever we go around the country. We have a video analyst that doesn't live in Seattle, so he has access from where he lives to that footage in Lumen. But we also have a portable camera here at Starfire, and we can move it around. Like if one day our training field, we change training fields, we can move around with it, and we get the footage, and that helps our video analyst also take care with the footage. And finally, because we use it through the league, we can have the footage of all the different games around the US that we need to be scouting or looking at for in the future.
Before Spiideo came along, I think everyone had weird and wonderful ways of filming training. We had to have a video person put a kind of like a handheld camera attached to a iPod that would film training, but it was all without the use of a human. It was impossible. It would overheat. It would switch off, it would run out of battery a lot, so it was a real struggle.
We bought Spiideo for training purposes because we wanted to be aligned with everything that we use. So having the ability to use Spiideo for games and for training is going to let us have everything in the same system, and we don't have to buy two different systems, two different accounts. So that was the first part of it, and the second part of it is that you can have the portable camera that you can take everywhere. So like for example, if tomorrow we want to travel and there's no Spiideo in the training facility, we can take our portable camera and use it there. Understanding that we need internet and that we need all the tools to make it work, but it's easier to use, it's more flexible, and that helps the video accommodate to us instead of us accommodating to where you have cameras.
I think some of the major benefits of Spiideo is being able to use the footage live in a game. Last week at Gotham away in New York City, there was a problem that we were having in the game. Our analyst live coded and sent me the clip to the sideline through Spiideo, and then I shared the clip with Laura, and we were able to share it with the players on the sideline through an iPad during the game when there was an injury to a player. That for our league and our players is game-changing technology. We see it all in the Premier League, but I think in women's football we're always playing catch-up. And I think Spiideo is one of the ways that we're catching up. I think the league exchange has improved dramatically our ability to be able to analyse each other and prepare our players for what the opponent may be trying to do, and to exploit their weaknesses and to protect ourselves from their strengths. And a lot of the time before Spiideo came to the league, a lot of the stress, effort and time was trying to find the video, not on analysing it and helping the players with the video. And now we find that actually we spend most of our time using the footage to help us rather than gathering the footage. So it's been a game changer in terms of time and allowing us to focus on what we want to focus on. I think one of the things at our club is that we want the players to be in charge of their own development as much as we are. So they have every training and every game at their fingertips on their own phones and computers. So they are coming to us a lot with things that have happened in games or in training to discuss with us over a coffee after training. So I think that ability for all to see has been a game changer for us. The NWSL is advancing in all areas at all times, and I think the football is improving. I think the strategy which people are trying to implement is improving. And I think there is a correlation between the improvements that we're making off the field, with Spiideo being one of them, that there are just vast strides being taken in the NWSL